Richard, how is it that you became interested in the Netherlands?
Well, Phil, my wife Marcia is Dutch. She grew up in the Netherlands. Her whole family is still there. She's been here for quite a while now, but over the years of our marriage, we've traveled back to the Netherlands a number of times, of course, with our children to visit her family in the Netherlands. And as I learned about binational chambers of commerce several years ago, I started wondering about, is there a Dutch-American or Netherlands-American Chamber of Commerce here in Atlanta, and if not, why not? And
you no doubt were aware of the historic relations between Atlanta and the Netherlands.
I am. In Atlanta, there are several great Dutch organizations already. There's the Atlanta Holland Club, there is De Molenwijk, which is a Dutch school. The Atlanta Holland Club has had a business network that has done a great job already of fostering Dutch-American relations in Atlanta.
You know, there's this adage that wherever there's a Delta flight, there's going to be increased trade, and I believe Amsterdam was one of the very, very early ones, and for that reason there's been a great deal of Dutch involvement in Atlanta and Georgia generally. Is that still alive and well? Is there a lot of Dutch business involvement in Atlanta?
Very much so. There are over 100 Dutch companies registered to do business in Georgia. Of course, you're talking about, as far as Delta goes, the Atlanta to Amsterdam flight, and not many people know it, but the Dutch are the third largest investors in the United States of foreign countries. The Dutch, I think by nature, are very entrepreneurial people, so they are very much at the forefront of going to other countries, starting up new businesses, and they've done that here in Atlanta and in Georgia.
What are some of the challenges that you've already faced in terms of launching a new chamber?
Well, to tell you the truth, it's been easier than I expected. We started about a year and a half ago working with various members of the Dutch business community here in Atlanta, and it received great response. It's an initiative that a lot of people have gotten behind, and we have a great core group of Dutch and American business people here in Atlanta that have formed a board of directors. And we will be starting with our initial event next month with the celebration of Dutch American Heritage Day in November.
What will be some of the objectives of the Chamber?
The Chamber is generally a business-oriented organization. As I mentioned, there are several other great Dutch organizations in Atlanta that have done so much culturally and socially. The goal of the Chamber is to foster and increase the trade between the Netherlands and the Southeastern United States. So the goal is really a business focus and be able to serve a purpose both for Dutch companies already here in Georgia and in the Southeast, and Dutch companies in the Netherlands that are contemplating expanding or moving to our area.
How will you go about doing that?
Well, the first thing that we're doing is by having events that provide content that give value to our members. We will try to give information about financial issues, legal issues, accounting issues, things of that nature that business owners are generally interested in, and helps them make the decision if they want to come to the United States, or if they're already here, how they might be able to expand their business and do a better job of their international relations. The second part would be to offer services to Dutch companies and the employees of Dutch companies to make their transition easier when they come to the United States. The third part would be also providing a good platform for better and continued relations between American companies and the Dutch companies that are here or that come here.
Do you foresee leading some trade missions and business missions to the Netherlands?
That is absolutely something that I would like to do. We have already set up a schedule of events for 2009, which I think is a modest schedule because we know it's important to do things well the first time around and build our credibility since we are a new organization. But one of the things that we would like to do in 2009, and if things go well, perhaps the spring of 2009, would be a trade mission to the Netherlands.
Among your board members, what companies are represented that have shown a particular interest in the development of this chamber?
We have Nimble Associates as one company, a Dutch gentleman who is here and has been in the United States for quite a while, very entrepreneurial. Some service firms as far as Transwestern commercial real estate, the Habif accounting firm, my firm of course, Hall, Booth, Smith and Slover, to name a few.
The chamber will reach out to businesses of any particular size, or will it be open to pretty much any company that's interested?
It's open to everyone. We have different levels of membership, from larger companies down to individuals or even student memberships, because we do get interest from college and sometimes law students or other students who are interested in being involved, and certainly we would not ask them to pay the type of membership that a large company might be required to do. But I think also our membership fees are very modest.
Will your focus be on Atlanta, Georgia, or the Southeast more generally?
The overall focus in the long term is for the Southeastern United States. We recognize that at this time, starting the organization, we do not have the ability to do that. So we are based here in Atlanta, but the goal is to make it an organization that will be open and provide more services to Dutch companies, American companies, business people throughout the Southeast.
Do you foresee working with other chambers throughout the country?
I'm not sure about throughout the country, but in Atlanta, very much so. We've received already great reception from some of the other binational chambers, invitations to do events together, joint events. The Metro Atlanta Chamber, we've received a very warm welcome from the Georgia Department of Economic Development. So there are organizations here, both governmental agencies and other binational chambers, that we fit in well with, and I think the thought generally is really the more the merrier. There's more room for good binational chambers of commerce here in Atlanta.
Is the Foreign Investment Agency of the Netherlands an organization that you think you may be working with?
We are doing that already, actually. Alison Turner, who heads up the Netherlands Foreign Investment Agency office here in Atlanta, is one of our board members.
Given the presence of that agency, how will your activities be different than theirs?
Well, the Netherlands Foreign Investment Agency, their goal is to attract U.S. individuals or businesses and get them to invest in the Netherlands. So more outbound, if you will. Our goal, we focus a little more on the inbound of Dutch individuals, Dutch companies coming to the United States from the Netherlands, and what we could do to help them either expand their businesses, benefit their businesses, or simply open up their businesses in the United States.
If someone wants to learn more about your initiatives and how to become involved, what do they need to do?
They are very welcome to call me. My direct number is 404-954-6954 here at the office. We have a website that is under construction. Our website will be www.NACCSE for Netherlands American Chamber of Commerce of the Southeast, that's .org. And they can send an email to info@naccse.org, and we would certainly respond through the email.
And they can do that right away?
At any time, absolutely.
Right.
We're just very excited about the Chamber. Like I said, we've had great interest from the beginning. We have great Dutch organizations already here in Atlanta. We're hoping to maybe just fill that one gap that needs to be filled with the more business-oriented purpose and the trade between the two countries. And we're hoping for great things. And in today's era of globalization, it just seems like the perfect fit.